welcome to another Behind the Camera podcast. That's right, but today we ain't talking to a Twitch streamer, we're talking to a Twitch viewer. And it's really exciting because we now get to see what it's like for them and what they look for when they're looking for a content creator or streamer. Just make sure you stick around to the end for this one, guys. You ain't going to want to miss it, trust me. And don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave the notifications on. And of course, if you want to get involved in this as it's happening live, come join me on my live stream. Link is in the bio. Till next time, enjoy, stay safe, take care, and have a good one. Hey, what's going on, man? How we doing?
Hey, good day, guys.
How are you, dude? How are you?
Yeah, good.
So, I've had better days. I'm not gonna lie. I've had much better days, man. Oh my god, I feel like the number that got done on my face by the dentist is worse than the actual removal of the tooth. Like, I feel like my gums have been absolutely shredded. Yeah, it's not good. But I'm taking painkillers, you know. So I just want to give you a minute just to tell everyone who you are, and yeah, just who you are, man. Because I would say what it is you do on your channel, but you don't stream. So let's take a minute to let's see who you are. Over to you, man.
Sure. So my Twitch handle is Ulucky72, aka Phil. I live in Melbourne, Australia, down under in the future. I've been a Twitch viewer for pretty much since COVID really started.
COVID
and just
so yeah. you were a COVIDer.
Well, yeah, I mean, I worked from home for myself for like 2 years. I had my own company, and because I don't have any family or anything, so I was just, it got to the point where I was sick of my own company and just was looking for some kind of interaction with anyone or anything. So I just Googled, because I'm into video gaming, and just Googled streaming. Video games, and Twitch came up, and so I jumped on there, and I started to interact with people on different chats, and that's how it really started for me. And then I started looking for particular games I was interested in playing, but because they're so expensive, you can't really just play a game and anything like that. So I like to research, I like to watch other people play it, see if I'm interested.
Yeah,
that's how it all started. So,
no, that's fair, yeah. Man. That's fair. Like, I Twitch was a weird one. I knew about Twitch before I got into streaming, but I never actually interacted with the app. I never consciously went out there and had a look on Twitch and seen what was going on. It was, for me, the moment I started taking interest in Twitch was the day I decided I wanted to stream. So for you, it was just about seeing people play games. that's
yeah, and just having the human interaction as well, because being in lockdown for 2 years, pretty lonely, put it that way. I just had my work colleagues, and then it was like after hours, it was kind of like, what do I do? Because I can't go anywhere. So I was like, which was the next best thing that I found. So.
Fair enough, man.
It's good. Yeah.
What makes a good streamer in your eyes? Like, when you hit into their channel and you type something, what makes it good for you? What makes the streamer a good streamer?
For me, it's so when I start typing, if they interact, say hello to me, don't ignore me. They've got things in their channel that you can do, the community as well, the people chatting as well. Sometimes when you go into a channel and you're new and they've already established themselves, it can be a bit clicky as well. So I kind of like people in chat to interact and say good day as well, not just ignore me. So if it's got all that and the person playing the game is actually enjoying playing what they're playing, then I tend to hang around a bit more than just have a look, quick in and then quick out kind of thing. But it also depends on the personality of the streamer too. I mean, I've seen a lot of streamers just going through the motions, so to speak, not really paying attention to chat, not really enjoying what they're playing, but they're kind of like playing the latest game to get the viewers, but not really enjoying it. They're not getting much out of it themselves, and you can see that. So that kind of puts me off.
I can see that. Like, I always say people should play a game they enjoy, but as speaking as from a sort of streamer's perspective, I mean, if you're looking to grow your channel, sometimes you have to play the games that you wouldn't necessarily, I'm not saying not play that you would hate upon, because you should never play a game you hate, but a lot of people will look at games that they wouldn't enjoy more than playing others. So like for example, someone might want to play Warzone all the time, but they're not going to do it on stream because the discoverability for someone playing Warzone is so little that the chances of someone finding your channel when you're live is almost impossible. So people might turn around and they might play games like Resident Evil 7 or 8 or whatever, and they may not enjoy those games as much, but they do it so that they can be discovered, and that might be the reason why you've discovered that streamer. It's because they were playing something that they're not over the moon about. But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
it's a tough balance, isn't it? It's a tough balance. Speaking as a content creator, it's a tough balance. Because I mean, would you ever consider like looking in that Warzone category? Ulucky?
Me personally, yes. Thanks to you getting me addicted to the game to start with. Which I never thought I would, because I'm not into online gaming. I've always been a single player game person, and then I've come across your channel and numerous others, and you've all been really open and welcoming, and I've like invited me into the community, and every so often we play online gaming, which I never thought I would. So it's all a first for me, So it's great. I'm enjoying it. So,
what makes you stay in a stream? Like, what makes it fun for you as a viewer?
For me, it's more so the energy that the streamer's putting out there. If they're enjoying themselves and they're getting everyone involved, you kind of feed off that energy that they're giving out, so it becomes addictive. You want more of it, kind of thing. So you interact more with the streamer, you interact more with the chat. That's what keeps me into it in a stream, and also the game as well. It's
so the game choice does play a part as to how long you will be involved in that person's stream then.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I have certain games that I play. I'm into action adventure kind of games.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of look for those, and horror games as well. Love my horror. So I'll look for those kind of streams as well. I'm starting to branch out more into different games like first-person shooters, which I was never into, and stuff like that. I had a look at Apex the other day, which I still don't understand that game, but I had a look at it. So I was curious to see what Fortnite's all about as well. So I mean, I'm still learning the ropes, learning the etiquettes, trying to pick up things from different streamers and chat as well, because there's an etiquette to chatting as well. So
yeah, that definitely is
for me.
But it's weird though, because everyone's chat is different. Everyone's chat is different. Like I always try and think that my chat is quite a welcoming place, where when people come in, like everyone's like, hey, welcome and stuff like that. And that's something I've tried to cultivate, shall we say. So yeah, every Twitch chat, I mean, you can go into some Twitch chats. I mean, one thing for me personally, I mean, I'd love to know what would put you off from being in a stream, like something like if there's anything in chat that would put you off from interacting? Because one thing that puts me off if I ever go into someone's stream is when you see like someone spamming something a million times in someone's chat. Now, I get it can be funny sometimes, like spamming something 3 or 4 times, but when, say, something's being spammed in a chat and it's taking up the entire page, like it discourages me from typing anything in that person's chat for fear of them not seeing it. As a viewer, like if I type something, I'm typing because I want to interact with the streamer, and then if that's going to get washed out because someone in there is spamming, then I'm just not going to type anything. That's kind of like that's one thing that puts me off from typing in a Twitch chat. So I mean, what puts you off from typing in a Twitch chat?
When I first go into a stream, I always say g'day, and you know, if I don't get a reply or somebody in chat doesn't reply or no one's really kind of chatting back, then I don't necessarily will continue the chat either. So I normally will read what's going on in chat, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm not getting any response back, I just leave the channel.
Yeah,
it just puts me off. It's kind of like, because I mean, I've been in chats too where you know, the people have already been in the chat for a while and they've established themselves, and they're kind of like chatting between them. It's like high school. They're kind of like chatting between themselves, leaving you out of the mix, and you get that vibe straight away, kind of thing. It's like the cool kids and the outsiders kind of thing. So that just puts me off, that clickiness that I've come across.
Yeah, so you like to feel welcomed in whenever you come into a brand new chat.
Exactly. Yeah,
and
that's
exactly,
exactly
do you know what?
Right.
Do you know what sells it to me more than anything is when someone welcomes me into the stream that isn't a moderator or a VIP. Like when a moderator welcomes me in, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expect it because it's a moderator of their channel, and if they're a good moderator, then they will welcome them in without fail. I mean, Ram does it all the time for me. VIPs as well, you kind of expect that from a VIP because they're a very important person to your channel, hence the reason why they're carrying the VIP badge. But when someone doesn't carry either one of those 2 badges and I go into someone's stream and someone says hello to me, that says volumes more than if the streamer said hello to me, to be honest with you, sometimes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right for me too. You know, and that's when I'll hang around the stream and then I'll start chatting to the one person that kind of said hello to me. I'll start chatting back to them, you know, and just see where that goes, kind of thing. And you know, it's happened where I've been in other chats and, you know, one person will start chatting back to me and then they'll reply back, and then somebody else will see them chatting to me, and then the other person will start interacting. So then the chat starts flowing that way as well.
What do you value most from a streamer, man? Like what like, is it the gameplay? Like if you're watching a Warzone streamer and they're hitting 360-degree no scopes, or is it the interaction? Is it the game itself? Is it the channel points? Like what do you value most from a streamer and the stream?
To start with, it was more the games. Then it's just as I've been, you know, watching over the last 2 years, it's become more the streamer themselves, like what kind of person they are, if they're a genuine person, if they're, you know, a caring person, and that comes through when you're actually watching them stream as well. Like, you know, they really care about the chat, they really care about the people, their community, you know, and the people in chat, and you can see that when they're streaming, but they're also interacting with the chat. And like, you know, somebody comes in and they haven't seen that person for a while, or that person was chatting last time they were streaming, and the person was, you know, the streamer's asking them, oh, how'd you go with that appointment? You know, that kind of thing. So they're not just going through the motions. They're actually caring about those people and listening and taking in what these people are chatting to them over the stream. So to me now, that's what's more important to me. It's more the streamer than the content that they're playing and all that kind of stuff.
So it's almost like you've made a friend in them, and like they would speak to you like they're your friend.
Absolutely. It's like the people that you work with at work. You know, sometimes you chat to them about certain things, but you know, the next time you catch up with them, and it might not be all the time, but you know, you might catch up with them in a week's time or a couple of days, and they remember the conversation that you had. So they were genuinely listening to you. They weren't just tending to listen or kind of thing.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, I've always been the same when it comes to the content. I mean, I value the streamer and the streamer's interaction and being able to keep up with their chat more than I value the gameplay. So yeah, I've always said that the game is what gets me to the streamer, because I'm going into Twitch and I'm going to look under a certain game category, and then I'm going to go from low viewers to high viewers, so that I can go and see all the 0 viewers, the 1 viewer, the 2 viewers, and so on and so forth. I'll land in on a stream that I like the look of from the thumbnail, and then I'll go in and I'll wait a couple of minutes, see if they interact with the people they have in chat, whether it be one person or 50 people. See how they deal with it, and then I'll step in and I'll say something, and then take it from there. So is it like? Is that what you're doing? Is that similar to what you do?
Well, it sounds like you do more research than what I do. No, not really. When I first started out on Twitch, I had a look at the front page. Really, that's what kind of, and I didn't even know, like, it wasn't just games that people did. Like, you can do chatting, you can do arts and craft, you can do music. I mean, I just thought Twitch was just people gaming. That was it.
Right.
And then started looking at the different categories, which, you know, I was just playing around with it because I still don't know what I'm doing on Twitch sometimes. Actually, somebody told me that there's tabs that I can actually search with. So, and being gay myself, I've now started going to a lot of LGBTIQ tabs and stuff like that. So I'm pretty new to the tab thing. I've always done searching more than.
I've got to ask, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever clicked on that tab and found absolutely zero relation to the actual tag itself? Like, as in, people are just putting it there to put it there because they think it'll be popular? Or
I didn't even think of that, to be honest. And I would think that if there's a tab in there, there's stream, that, you know, if they've got like a mental health issue or they're gay or something, that they're actually genuinely that. I wouldn't think that. But, I mean, I guess people might do that. I've never thought about it, to be honest.
But then again, you could also, on the flip side of things, think of yourself as in, as a creator, I'm using this tag because I support them. But then surely,
you could, yeah.
But then, in my honest opinion, I don't think you should be using that tag unless you are talking about the subject quite avidly. Or you are yourself, like, within those letters, you know what I mean? Unless you are gay or a lesbian or trans or do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And did you know as well that there was hate raids going around, Ulucky, right? And this happened wasn't that long ago, actually, to be honest with you. And what they were doing is they were targeting people with specific tags on their stream, and then they would go in there and they would spam hatred within the raid. It was like a pretty serious thing that needed to be taken care of, and they were targeting people with like the LG tags and stuff like that. It was a bad time.
Did run into one a couple of weeks ago where that happened to him, and he was streaming and he didn't know, but somebody actually said in his chat that they were using his emotes on another channel to spam hate against the LGBTIQ community, and that was the first time I heard of it. And then I've heard it happens. It's happened quite a bit, which is quite distressing, I think, personally. That, you know, people can use this this platform for, you know, for that kind of thing when it should be used more for, you know, positive stuff. But I guess that's like any social media platform, really. People kind of abuse the power.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that there's people out there who want to use it for something negative as opposed to something positive. When you're browsing Twitch, yeah, what makes you click a thumbnail? Like, what do you look for? Do you look at the stream title, or do you look to see if they have a camera, or do you look at how many viewers they've currently got? Like, what do you look for when you're going through and you're looking for someone to watch?
Oh, wow, that's a good question.
It's probably the one question that everybody's wanting to know the answer to.
Yeah, it just depends on the. For me, it's more at the time what I'm feeling like. You know, I might not go in to watch somebody game now. I might go into if they're playing guitar or they're playing some instruments. If I feel like listening to people play music or being more creative. There's a guy that I've watched that he makes joypads out of different common items, like you know, he's made and then what he does is he plays the game with that joypad that he's made, and it could be
okay.
Like I think he made a joypad out of a flute. Then he played Ocarina of Time, which is the Zelda game, and in the game you actually use the flute as an item, but he actually used it as a controller. So, you know, he blew one way and Zelda moved.
Oh my god, that's insane!
And then, it was incredible.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so it really just depends what I'm in the mood for, really. I mean, I don't have a go-to per se.
Wow, okay. But it's not so much about the go-to, but what catches your eye to make you click into that person's stream. So like what like right now I have a stream title, I'll have a thumbnail in the podcasting section on Twitch. And obviously, if anyone's just scrolling through, they're going to come across my podcast, or I'd like to think they come across my podcast, and their first initial thoughts are going to be that thumbnail and like the first 36 characters of my stream title and how many people are currently watching the stream. That's all the information they get. So I'd love to know how you decide on who you're going to click and who you just scroll past, like, or do you just click on everyone? Like that. This is something I really want to know. Like, what you've typed in a game, you've searched a game, for example, you've searched makers and crafting, yeah. Like makers and crafting can be anything from Lego building to painting to like crochet. Like it can be a lot of different things. It can be 3D printing as well. So if you're going through it, what catches your eye? What makes you sort of click it? Because like, I'll give you an example. So like for me, when I'm going through, I'll always look for I'll look at the stream title to see if it's catching enough. Like, see if they've put enough effort in it. If someone's just put chill vibes, I'm not clicking on chill vibes. Like, you put no effort into your stream title. Yeah, there's nothing eye-catching about chill vibes. I'll look to see if they're on camera, because I like to see who I'm talking to. And that's it. That's all I look for before actually clicking into it.
Sometimes for me it can be the profile picture too.
What from
you're standing on a rock with your hands up in the air.
Yeah, that was in Tenerife.
Yeah, see, something like that piques my interest, because it's not just your common, you know, close up of the face or something. You're kind of like doing something interesting. So I was like, okay, I'll have a look at that. You know, and then there's others that just have game tags and stuff like that. So it kind of differs, really. I mean, I don't really, like I said, I don't really have a go-to as such. It just depends on my mood. It depends on what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Profile pictures are a big one for me, because No, I don't click on somebody that doesn't have a profile picture or doesn't have something. But I'm starting to I have to say more now than back then when I first started. I am starting to look at more the streamer and what they're presenting on their stream. So like if they've got green screen, if they've got graphic animation, that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
So they're not just sitting with the game and, you know, down the side they've just got a little, you know, like either nothing or you can hear their voice but no camera. And I'm still getting used to those what do you call them? The ones where they've got no face, but they've got like an animation. What do you call those things?
Oh, VTuber, I think it is.
VTuber, yes. So a lot more of those are popping up these days too. So,
yeah. That I mean, it's. I can overlook someone not being on camera if they have put in place something like a VTuber, but I'm not gonna lie, like I feel far more interaction with the stream and the content creator of the stream, the host, if I can see them, their actual face via webcam. So whilst I understand that some people are camera shy and they can't bring themselves to put themselves in front of a webcam, but they're quite comfortable streaming and talking, then I understand VTubers are definitely something that I would consider to be absolutely like 100% necessary. What are some of your favorite streamers to watch, and what makes those streamers some of your favorite streamers to watch? So we'll pick two streamers, yeah, just two. And why do you enjoy watching these people's content? Like, what is it about them that you enjoy so much that makes you go back?
So one of the ones I watch is Best Jared, and he's just a really fun guy, but he does outrageous things. Like he did a subathon. Was it a subathon, or he did a 48-hour stream? And what he did was he sat in a bath of baked beans.
Baked beans.
Beans.
It's got to be cold, man. That's got to be some cold stuff right there.
Well, they started off warm, and then as it progressed, they got colder. But the thing was, the whole thing was the more people that came into his channel, and would stay in there for that many amount of periods. So, and it turned out that he nearly stayed in there for 48 hours. He wasn't expecting that at the time, but he does weird and wacky things like that too. So, I always watch him because you just never know what he's going to do next on stream. And I remember him also playing The Exorcist in VR.
Oh God.
Yeah, and that was really interesting too because he'd never really picked up VR, and he said if I get to, I think it was a certain amount of viewers, he would do Exorcist on VR, and he hates horror games, and for him to do it in VR as well
was a big deal.
It was just, and it was just hilarious to watch. Like it was so funny. And then there's this other one that I watched too, Trish Hashberger, and she's really lovely. But what I like about her, she'll do a stream. I think it's on Wednesdays, called The Gong Show. And what she do is she'll play new games, and then she'll only play like maybe 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and then she'll get the chat to vote whether to keep playing or gong it and move on to the next one. So it's a good way to see what new games are coming out or have come out. So, and she's really hyperactive too. Like she really gets her chat going as well, and she's very interactive and all that kind of stuff as well. So they're the two that I have watched and are on my channels. Following channels, so yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So okay, that gives me a better idea of what it is you look for in a content creator if you're following those kind of channels. That's really cool. So what makes you go from just watching a stream to joining the Discord and becoming like a full-blown part of their community? Because like to reflect on sort of our friendship and how we met, you entered my stream when I was building Lego, correct me if I'm wrong, and then it kind of just went from there. But I mean, so what is it that makes you go from just following him on Twitch, watching the streams, to joining a Discord and becoming quite an active person within their community? Like, what drives that for you?
You know, I'll take your stream for instance. Everyone was really engaging and welcoming in the community, not just yourself, but everyone in chat. And you know, and I got an invitation to play off stream with some of the people in chat too. So that's never happened to me before. That's kind of like taking it to the next level for me. I've been in chats where people have chatted, but it's never gone any further than just the chat. But then, you know, people wanting to be my friend outside of Twitch as well, which just totally blew me away, because I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting like you normally do on a chat, is you just catch up with them, you know, when somebody's streaming and they're in their stream kind of thing. But this kind of like took it to the next level for me. So that's kind of why. And then I got a request to join the Discord and stuff like that. And I've never used Discord before. I didn't even know what it was or how to get it or how it operates. So that was all new to me. And I've heard people talk about Discord and, you know, oh yeah, jump on my Discord. And I'm like, I don't know what that is.
What is Discord?
They've never actually explained it. They've never said, oh, Discord is this, or this is how you use it, or how it functions. So I had no idea. So and so yeah, it's kind of like why I've kind of stayed. And you know, you've got your fight thing on as well, which I really like watching as well.
We need to get you a fighter sorted.
Yeah, I know.
We really need to get you a fighter sorted for that. Do you ever watch a streamer's VOD? So a previous stream, like have you ever gone back and watched, say you missed a stream, yeah? Have you ever gone back and actually watched the stream you missed for someone before? Or do you not do that?
I have actually, now that I know that I can do that. I have gone back and watched a few that I have missed. Like I said, I had to go back and watch Jared's stream because it was supposed to be, you know, 24-hour turned into 48 hours. So, and couldn't watch it all. There's no way I could sit for 2 days. So I had to go back and watch it. Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know you could do that at one stage. And then when I started seeing, you can actually go back and you can actually watch what that person streamed or has streamed, you know, a week or two ago. I have gone back and yeah, I have done that recently. Never did in the past though.
No, but but surely that's because you didn't realise that you could do it, correct, as you were saying.
And there's a lot to Twitch I still don't know. Even the behind the scenes. You know, if I was ever going to stream one day, I want to know behind the scenes stuff as well. So like, because I know you've got mods and everything that can look after your channel, and if you get people in that are a bit, you know, untowards, they can deal with them kind of thing. But I'm taking it when you start on streaming, you don't have a mod yourself, so you've got to do it all yourself. So
you can make someone a mod the moment you start streaming.
Yeah, but if you don't have anyone, I mean, like, there's got to be things behind the scenes of Twitch that you can use to help with that kind of thing. So you can be your own mod for a while until you find that certain someone that you want to give that responsibility to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I understand what you're saying. I mean, modding is a part of Twitch that you need to understand, but it's not. I mean, you'll find in the beginning modding it's not a lot that you do when it comes to modding in the beginning. Like the modding aspects really come into it with the more your channel grows. So because like you've got to understand when to time someone out, when to ban someone if they've overstepped the mark, like when comments are appropriate about setting up the right bots in there, and what bots can offer what services and protection and things like that with regards to your channel. But the actual setup of your stream is more about OBS with all the overlays and the alerts and all the rest of it, and that's a whole different kettle of fish altogether. Like you can spend hours and hours and hours creating overlays and scenes. I mean, I have now 3 groups of scenes. I have my normal stream scenes, I have my CZC stream, and then I have my podcast stream. And within the next month or 2, I'm planning on having my drumming scenes as well. So it's going to get to the point where I've got 4 groups of scenes set up on OBS, depending on what it is I'm going to be streaming. So if I'm doing my podcast, I've got my podcast scene, I'm going to be drumming, my drumming scene. And also it's going to get to the point where I'm not even going to get to play games on stream anymore because I'm going to have so much, going on. Like I'm going to have the drumming, I'm going to have the podcast, I'm going to have the CZC. I mean, where do I fit in gaming with that? Do you know what I mean?
You started on your PlayStation originally, didn't you?
I did,
and
yes.
Then progressed to Twitch. So how did you find it when you first started?
So I started streaming because I wanted to record the VODs. So me, Rob Meister General, and 2 other friends, one called Rab Rocks, who was a streamer. He's not anymore, unfortunately. I miss him. I miss his streams. He was a funny Scottish guy. But I wanted to record the VODs because we always had such a laugh. Then I decided, well, why not try stream? Because I did it direct to YouTube. I was streaming on YouTube. And then Rab was streaming to Twitch. He went to a point where he was streaming on Twitch. So I decided to give Twitch a go. And I was streaming Warzone on Twitch. And I enjoyed it. And then it kind of took off from there. Like, I thought to myself, well, what if I was to play? Because The Last of Us Part 2 had come out not that long beforehand. So it's like, well, I'll play The Last of Us Part 2 on stream. And it was the first game I ever played properly on stream. And I did it all through my PS4. But then I spent a long time trying to figure out how to have overlays and alerts streaming from console. I was like, there's got to be a way I can do this. There's got to be a way I can do it. Because I wanted a professional looking stream. So I spent hours researching and found it and set it all up. And I was streaming direct from my PS4, but it looked like I was running OBS with the overlays and stuff. Don't get me wrong, the quality wasn't as good as it is now, but still, the point is that I put time and effort into to try and make it look as proper as possible. And then it just went from there, man. It just went from there. Like yourself, you always thought Twitch was about video games. Well, so did I. I always thought Twitch was about video games. When I first got into it, I wasn't aware of it, but now I am. And because I build Lego, because I've been a drummer for 17 years, and I've been really heavily into podcasts for like the past 6 months, listening to the Joe Rogan podcast and the Steve-O podcast. These things I've wanted to branch into, and now I am doing. So yeah, it's go on.
I think it's amazing, like Twitch offers so much, but even when I speak to people at work about Twitch, they just automatically go, oh, I think the place where you can watch people stream games. I didn't realise there's so much more variety on Twitch. Because I said, people build Lego, they play music. I watched one streamer actually reading to his chat the Harry Potter books. I think they started at volume 1 and worked their way through all 7 books. So,
wow,
even out in the general community, people still think Twitch is just for gaming. They didn't realise there's so much more variety to it.
It's just mad, isn't it? It's just mad. Like everything you can do on Twitch, and the fact that it doesn't cost you anything either. Like as a content creator or as a viewer, it doesn't cost you anything to either be on the platform or to stream on the platform, which is insane. Like you've got this huge platform base with X amount of people that are all signed up to it that could come into your stream at any point, and yet Amazon don't charge you a penny for it. Like, there's no sign up fee or anything like that. Maybe in time there will be. The way things are going at the moment, it's not looking too good. Is it? Yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, if they're starting to spank partners at the moment, they're talking about taking certain partners split from 70-30 to 50-50 and making them put more ads, incentivizing ads on their content. But that doesn't affect us in affiliate status. There's this section now, and I don't know if you all have seen it before, right? But it's called recommended smaller communities on Twitch, and this is a new thing that I've only just recently seen, and it's absolutely incredible. So like on here, I've got 5 recommended streamers, one with 28 views, 24, 21, 46, 24 views. And it's just, the game is irrelevant. They're just recommended smaller communities, which I think is an amazing thing that Twitch have brought. But you do have to scroll down a little bit to find it. Not going to lie. I mean, is that a big deal? Probably not. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of those. Right,
is that on the front page?
It is, yeah. It's on the front page, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
The recommended smaller communities. Would you ever consider streaming, Lucky?
Maybe. The thing is, I'm not dedicated enough to keep it up at the moment. Maybe down the track, maybe. But I've got a lot going on outside of, with things, friends and stuff like that. Yeah. So, possibly. I mean, I am upgrading my PC, so yeah, possibility. I won't say no. Put it that way. I won't say no, and I won't say yes.
Well, you know where we all are. There's so many amazing people that are within the Discord, and if you ever need any help setting anything up, we're all just a nudge away. Oi. Oi, where are you?
Using you all. Absolutely.
So is there anything you would change about Twitch? Like, as a viewer, do you feel that it is optimal for you to find what it is you're looking for? Or do you wish there was certain things you could change about it to make it easier for you to navigate Twitch to find what it is you're looking for?
I wish there was some kind of instructions. Because, like I said, I'm just finding things by absolute fluke.
Like a tutorial.
Yeah, something like that. Just even the basics. How to get bits, and I've just come across that myself. Just pressing buttons, clicking on things, seeing what happens. Just basic things like that. Where you go to do a whisper, which I had no idea what that even was.
Right.
Stuff like that. Yeah, I wish there was kind of a little, just a little thing to get you going.
Like, this is where you buy bits. This is where you do this.
Yeah, this is how you buy bits, and this is how you if you want to privately chat somebody. Because I accidentally realised that. When I was chatting to somebody and I thought I was whispering to them, I was actually chatting to the whole chat.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's not how you do it. I thought you type whisper the person's name and then the message. I didn't know that it's a separate little chat.
I hope it was nothing bad.
Well, it was something quite personal.
Oh, shit, man. Really?
Yeah. But yeah, so I let that. So, but yeah, if there was something just basic just to get you started, because it can be intimidating. I mean, I'm new to the whole PC world as well. I mean, I just got one just before, November last year. It's the first one I've ever owned. And then trying to navigate on Twitch and then Discord, it can be quite overwhelming. And some people just get put off by it. But if Twitch had some kind of like little tutorial you know, it's like when you open up a browser, a new browser, and it has like a little tutorial in it, and it shows you to click here and to click that, and this is what this does, and that's what that does. So just something like that would be good.
What turns you away from a streamer? If you went into a stream, what would turn you away from it? Like, for example, say the game change or the community or the interaction. Like, what deters you from a stream?
Well, I think we went for a little tour the other day, which completely threw me. I've never seen it before, but there was one streamer that had, I believe it was just us two in the channel, and
yeah,
he was streaming. He was on his mobile phone, and he was showing videos of him playing games, not actually physically playing, but he was literally on his phone chatting to somebody while he was streaming highlights from his video games. I've never seen that before, and that put me right off. That just floored me. I'm thinking, why even bother streaming? I don't get it.
Yeah, I've always looked at that sort of thing and thought to myself, like, there's gamers and then there's streamers, yeah, and gamers tend to be a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit more focused on the gameplay and what they're doing within the game, and streamers, I tend to find, don't really care too much about what's going on with the game. They are more bothered about everyone that's within their chat and talking it up with them than hitting those 360 no scopes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, I thought streamers and gamers were the same thing, but they're not.
No,
they're clearly not, and that's just you know, observing. I thought the two go hand in hand, but they really don't.
I mean, you do find on those really rare occasions where you will find that perfect combination between streamer and gamer, and an example of what I'm talking about is someone like Don Yule. Okay, he loves playing Apex Legends. He's competing to be one of the best Apex Legends streamers in the world. Well, in the UK, I don't know about the world, but in the UK, and he's able to keep up with chat and be beaming people left, right, and center. And I don't know how he does it, because the rare times that I bring Warzone onto my stream, and I do mean rare times that I bring it onto my stream, it's like either I'm playing terribly and I've got my focus on chat, or I'm beaming people and ignoring what's being said in my chat. So you could be locked into this game for 5 minutes, like where you just solely focused on what's going on, look at your chat and you've missed like 25 messages. And you're like, oh shit. And I always feel bad if something like that would happen. Like, I'd feel like a bad person. Like, what's the point of me streaming? I might as well turn off the stream and just play Warzone. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, totally. But that what I saw the other day, that was just absolutely flabbergasting. I've never seen it before.
Do you ever look at a streamer's full profile? So like their about me, their schedule, that kind of stuff. Do you ever look at that?
Yes, I do. Couple of reasons. When I was looking to get a PC, I wanted to look at what specs people were using, just to do some research on and to see like a general consensus of what people are using. You know, if it's Intel, if it's stuff like that. So when I was looking for a monitor, when I was looking for a PC, all that kind of stuff, I was looking at people's actual profiles, because a lot of them had their specs in there. I also like to look at them and see what, you know, if they put down hobbies or interests as well. Something that I can if I've never been into their stream, I can then type something that I know that they'll be interested in, or like, you know, if they're a Lego creator, if they're into particular video games, if they're, you know, that kind of thing. So I kind of like look at that to kind of get a general feel of the person too. So yeah, I mean, the schedule as well, yes, because I live in Australia, so I like to see when they stream and try to work out the if I'm going to be asleep or awake at the time they're streaming. So because there's no point getting into a streamer when they're streaming when 5 o'clock, 3 a.m. in the morning kind of thing when I'm asleep. So that plays a big part in it too.
So the last question, please answer honestly on this one, or if you don't want to answer it, just tell me you don't want to answer it. This one is very much on the line, if not over the line. But what makes you as a viewer decide to subscribe to someone's channel or give bits? In other words, what makes you as a viewer support a streamer monetarily as like, and going above that standard just watching their channel?
Well, I have to say, and you're probably going to hate me for this, but your channel was the first one I ever subscribed to. Like, I always used my Prime free thing that I get every month. I just used to use that to subscribe. Getting to know your community and the people in it and becoming friends with you and other people in your chat, I wanted to. I know you don't. You're not expecting anything.
No.
I wanted to support you in that way too. Because you've given a lot to your channel and vice versa, because you feed off each other. It was just being in this great stream, this great community, and it felt, like I said, really welcome and open-armed and everything like that. And I just thought, you know what, I want to actually support this guy. I want to actually demonstrate, show that I want to support him, not just sit in his channel and watch him, but actually get more involved and actually, yes, spend that money, give him bits, all that kind of stuff.
I'm always curious because, like, myself as a content creator, the reason why I would subscribe to someone's channel, like, there's a couple of factors that go into it for me. It's how much can I get involved with their stream? Yeah. So I mean, if I can get involved with their stream all the time, then I'm gonna enjoy the benefits of subscribing, as well as that person's gonna reap the benefits from the monetary side of things as well. Yeah, so like, for example, not having adverts and getting access to their remotes, and then whatever else they've got set up their channel for subscriber privileges. It could be sound alerts or whatever the case may be. Then it's also, do I think that this content creator, this streamer, does he deserve the subscription? Yeah. Now, obviously, before I start going down the valley of how much can I get involved in and do they deserve it, I need to know, can I afford to do it? That's the first thing. And I've always said to people, like, make sure that you can actually do it and you're not putting yourself like out of pocket here. Like, if ever you are going to subscribe to the channel or give bits or anything like that, make sure that you've got enough money to last you the month. Make sure you can afford to buy your groceries and whatnot. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't leave yourself short to support the channel. You just being here is more than enough. But so it's also, do they deserve it? How much effort are they putting into their channel?
I would support people that weren't expecting it. When we were looking in people's profiles, as you were saying before, a lot of them just had how to donate, how to give them money, or
yeah,
they were expecting it. That's all they had in their profile. There was nothing about them. If you want to donate, here's how to do it. And I just thought, I'm not going to give anything.
Yeah, it comes across pretty strong, doesn't it? When all of a sudden you check out their About Me section and all they've got in there is a donate. That's it. Just donate.
Yeah, exactly. It's really off-putting.
It is. I mean, it's to me that just shows a lack of care when it comes to your profile. Like, you've not taken the time out to create panels, explain who you are, show what your channel is about, or anything like that. Like, you've literally just gone, donate to me. I haven't wrapped my head around how to push for bits and subs without seeming desperate, so I don't. But that's the thing though, Scotty, yeah? Is as a streamer, I never try and monetize anything on my stream. I never try and monetize anything. Like, for example, Bean Boozled, like the horrible stinking beans. That's channel points. My sound commands are all commands themselves, whether they be you. All followers have a set of 5 sound commands. All subscribers have 5 sound commands, and VIPs have 5 sound commands. They've all been turned off, by the way, which is why nothing's coming through. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's no incentive on my channel to give bits or to gift subs or subscribe. Because if someone does, I want them to do it because they want to do it, not because like they want something to happen, but because they want to do it. You know what I'm saying, Scotty? So like, if I go into a channel now, here's the big kicker. Yeah, I don't know if you'll have noticed this, but how many people watch Twitch on a mobile phone? Yes, this is a very bad case before you ask, but how many people here watch Twitch on a mobile phone? Because I watch it on a mobile phone when I'm at work, and the price of bits and subscriptions on a mobile phone is a lot more than the price of bits and subscriptions on a PC. And it's because the Android store and the Apple store, I don't know if you knew this, Lucky, or not, but it's because the Android and the Apple store charge extra for using their services to pay for subs and stuff like that. I used to watch a mobile all the time. Yeah, man. They charge more, so it's really discouraging to use bits and subs when you're on your phone. But I found a way around it. It's just very lengthy to do. Just very lengthy to do.
One thing I will say, when you're just talking about the bits and stuff, Bobby actually told me about this the other night, because I didn't know. I actually did not know, because and another thing it does too is like, so when I subscribed to your channel, it was on my PC, and so your subscription to manage it is on my Twitch profile.
Yeah.
I was on my iPad. I subscribed to Diva and some others. That went through my Apple account.
Oh.
And it automatically, and I didn't know where it was, because I'm like, well, hold on. If you're on here, so where's my other subscriptions? So they turned up by me going into my Apple account and going to subscriptions there. Then that's how I found to manage those. So it was, and that's when Bobby brought up, he said, oh yeah, if you do it on your PC, it's going to be there. If you do it on your Apple, it's going to be there. And plus the bits are different priced on Apple than it is on the PC. And I didn't know that. I was like absolutely blown away by that. So it's funny you brought that up, because it was only just brought up to me about 2 nights ago.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Like if you buy bits or if you buy a subscription to someone, you buy a subscription to someone's channel and you do it on your phone, it's tied into your phone's like Google Play account or your phone's Apple account. Yeah. But if you do it on the PC, then it's tied into Twitch, and then you can sort it all out through Twitch. However, here's the workaround, boys and girls. Here's the workaround. So if you want a mobile phone and you want to buy bits or you want to subscribe to someone's channel, if you go onto Google and you type in on your Google search bar Twitch login, yeah, scroll up so you go past all the ads, and there'll be the website version of Twitch that you're able to go onto. If you click on that, then it will bring you all the Twitch prices, so like as if you're on PC. Now, I don't know how many of you all know that, but that's how to do it. So you can you can search on Google. I'm not sure if it'll work on Apple, if I'm being honest with you. I don't use Apple. I don't know if it works on Apple, but this 100% works on Android. So you type in Twitch login on your search bar, scroll down till you get past all where it takes you to the application, click on that, and then log in, and away you go.